the good old days of not being able to eat any runny egg. Oh, gone. Thank goodness. So yes, we'll just try the raspberry, which is nice. And I'm just going to try a little bit of this. It's slightly moist, it's very moist in the middle. But it does smell good, I have to say. Mmm. Mmm. The chocolate is quite dark, but it's quite light and fluffy. And I'm just going to try it with a little bit of coconut cream and maple syrup. So I just added a tiny little bit of coconut cream and maple syrup. Hi everyone and welcome back to Googie's Kitchen, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name's Alexis, and in today's video I want to share with you how to make a really delicious raspberry and chocolate egg pudding. As I just mentioned, today I want to share with you how to make a really easy chocolate egg custard. So this recipe, as I just said, is very simple. It uses very few ingredients and it makes a really tasty dessert or sweet treat, which I thought would be perfect for Easter. So the first thing I've done is I've weighed out all of my ingredients, and in this bowl here I have about, I'd say 25 grams of tapioca starch. Now if you haven't got tapioca starch, you could use plain flour or you could use rice flour as well. If you have a slight gluten intolerance like me, then you can use rice flour. And then I've also got about 25 grams of raw cacao powder. You can use cocoa powder if you want to. And I've also got about 50 grams of coconut sugar, and I'm just going to put these into my blender like so. I'm going to take that off. That's everything in there. And then I'm also going to add in about 100 mils of coconut cream. Now if you can't get coconut cream in cartons, you can use coconut milk, and what I would suggest you do is you put the tin in the fridge overnight and you turn it upside down, and the liquid will go to the top and the cream will hopefully go to the bottom, or the other way around, I'm not too sure, but you will get coconut cream from it, and then you can just use the cream. So, and if you live in a cold climate, the coconut milk might be like cream anywhere at the moment. So I'm just going to add the coconut cream in like so. And then to that I'm going to add about 4 eggs. So I've got 4 large eggs here. You can use medium or you can use small. If you are going to use medium, I would probably use 5 to 6. And again, if you're using very small eggs, then probably 7 to 8. So I'm just going to tip those into the food processor as well. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend all of these ingredients together. Those ingredients until they are smooth and basically look like a smoothie. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour them on top of the raspberries that I have in this bowl. So I've got about a handful of frozen raspberries, and I'm just going to put the liquid that I've just made on top of the raspberries, and then I'm going to go and grab some bowls and I will separate out the liquid. And then I will just put these into the oven, and that's how simple it is to get a really delicious chocolate dessert. So as I said, I'm just off to get the bowls. I grabbed the bowls, so these are special glass bowls that you can put into the oven. And what I've done is I've just simply greased the inside with a little bit of olive oil so that the pudding hopefully comes out a little bit easier, or the dessert comes out a little bit easier. You can use ramekin bowls, but again I would oil them before you put the dessert in. And all I'm simply going to do is just spoon all of chocolate dessert into the bowls as evenly as possible. So I'm just going to do a couple in each to begin with. So a couple of spoonfuls of the chocolate pudding in each to begin with, like so, and then I'll go back and I'll refill them again. This chocolate pudding would be nice with maybe a bit of ice cream. You can have it warm or cold, so you could make this in advance of a meal and just serve it cold. If it's a warm day, like sometimes it is in the UK during April, then you can always just serve this cold, so you could make this the night before and just serve it and put it in the fridge and then just serve it up the next day. So it makes a really easy, simple dessert basically. So I'm just going to scrape out the bowl, waste not, want not, as my grandmother used to say. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop these into the oven. I might just put them on a tray actually. I'm going to put them on a tray and then I'm going to pop them into the oven for about, I think it's about 15 to 20 minutes. And I will check them after that. I have already preheated my oven. I preheated my oven to about 180 degrees. So the oven is preheated, so I'm ready to go. And as I said, I'm just going to pop these on a tray and put them in the oven. The chocolate puddings have been in the oven for about half an hour and the inside I think might be slightly gooey. So I'm going to take these out now and I'm going to leave them to cool and then I will try one and let you know how it tastes. I have left the chocolate puddings to cool. They're almost nearly cool and basically what I did to get them out was I just used a palette knife and I just pushed around the outside of the pudding and then I just simply tried to lift it off as carefully as I could, trying not to break it in two. I think these might be slightly gooey in the middle as well. So I will serve one up now and I will let you know how it tastes. So I thought I'd give this a little try now and let you know how it tastes. It smells really good, I have to say. It's very chocolatey in this kitchen. I just wanted to see if it's any... It's slightly gooey in the middle where the raspberries are, but not massively. So that's good. If you're pregnant, then you can eat this. Oh, good old days of not being able to eat any runny egg. Oh, gone. Thank goodness. So yes, we'll just try the raspberry, which is nice. I'm just going to try a little bit of this. It's slightly moist, it's very moist in the middle, but it does smell good, I have to say. The chocolate is quite dark, but it's quite light and fluffy. And I'm just going to try it with a little bit of coconut cream and maple syrup. So I just added a tiny little bit of coconut cream and maple syrup. I find that the most, best way to have sort of cream. I can't really have too much dairy, so I usually try coconut cream, but it is quite bitter, so I just like to add a little bit of maple syrup to it when I use it on things like desserts and stuff. That's how you make my delicious raspberry and chocolate egg pudding, and that recipe I will link in the description box below for you. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be having this as my dessert this afternoon and I'm really looking forward to it. It smells and tastes so good. So for now, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And please feel free to leave any comments below. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye.